Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Coco Caliente with my mom and I, where we talk about everything and nothing all at the same time. And sorry if we had a little bit of a mic problem last week. I think we have it fixed.
Hello everybody. Yep, I hope you can hear me loud and clear this week.
Yes. Okay, first off, we do want to just say that prayers to Puerto Rico for everything that has been, ruined from the storm, and Victor's family and people. If people were directly affected, we're sending prayers too. Victor's family is safe and they're doing well. They're just cleaning up now. So we talked to them today. They didn't have any cell service at all like last night, but they went to a town today and they were able to get a hold of us, and I talked to them. They weren't able to get a hold of Victor, and then they called me. So I talked to him, and then I got a hold of Victor, and he was able to talk to them as well. So that's good. It's great.
And prayers to all of you who have family over there and friends. And and the stress of when the phone lines go down and stuff like that, not being able to, and the wait to hear from them, like that has to be hard. Like that's tough. I wanted to text Victor's mom, too, just to check on him. And when I texted and then I saw it wasn't delivered, I'm like, it just was a little nerve-wracking. And then
it is crazy that just because the cell towers were down, you couldn't get a hold of his mom. Like, I'm thinking, out of everything that we have in this world to get a hold of someone, it's nothing without the cell towers. Isn't that kind of scary?
But I'm happy that that's just the only, that's the only issue that she's having mostly over there. And just all the things that Puerto Rico's dealt with in the last years, it's,
Yeah, a lot of tropical storms. So this weekend we have Mariah's wedding. It's on Friday, so I just wanted to give you guys kind of a heads up on that, so that way next time I can kind of talk about it a little bit. It's been a little while since I've been a bridesmaid, but back in the swing of it, so I'm excited to get my hair and makeup done and watch Mariah, get married. I feel like she's definitely marrying her soulmate, so I'll probably be a little teary-eyed, but it's going to be a beautiful day, and I'm really excited to be able to be there, and my mom's going to come down with me for sure. Rehearsal dinner, it is a drive. It's like 3.5 hours.
Yeah. And that's the drive isn't that bad, but when you got a baby who doesn't like his car seat, it's a long ride.
Yeah, like entertaining on and off. Like, oh my goodness. So we have that coming up. But me and my mom and Arrow, we did something fun yesterday. We went fall decor shopping. And I think it's been a really long time since me and Mom just kind of did whatever the heck we wanted, went to the stores and took our time. Right, Mom?
Yeah, and it was kind of funny because she said, I want to go to the bank and get some cash out because I only want to spend this much on decor. I'm like, oh my, that's going to be, and she didn't pick a lot. And I was like, oh, that's going to be blown in the first store. And guess what? I was right?
Yeah. We went to Saginaw. So the first place we went to was Hobby Lobby. No. Home Goods. And that was my mom's first time in Home Goods over in Saginaw. Not your first time ever in Home Goods, right?
I think only my second time.
It's a sister to TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So it's just more home related. So it's got all the good stuff for good deals. That's where I'd like to get
it's actually more up my alley than the Marshalls and TJ Maxx because most of the time I look in them aisles and not the clothing aisles.
Right.
But it was really hot in there because their air conditioner was broke. So I whipped through. I was like an hour into that store and I was like ready to pay and get out. I was pushing Arrow around. We went through all the aisles. I don't even think you made it through them all, did you?
No, you went through all of them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That's cool. That's impressive. I don't think I've done in every aisle in a store in a long time. That's cool.
I mean, like... A couple of them I didn't go all the way to the end of, you know what I mean? I would just go down the thing, look into it, and then go. But I went through the entire store, the whole size, yep.
I was deciding on the pumpkin stuff a lot. But so if you want to get Home Goods, if you want to get like cute decor things, I would say go there as far as like the knick-knack stuff. Like pumpkins, ceramic
They have
pumpkins.
the ceramic pumpkins and the soft pumpkins, like the
velvet pumpkins.
Yeah, in all colors, so like to match any room in your house,
blue,
which is kind of
orange,
cool.
yellow, yeah, so it can match anything. They also had a lot of stuff for your table setting, I would say, like tablecloths, napkins, cushions, cute little silverware holders, which I've never seen before. Those are real cute, like little pockets. What else, Mom?
Oh, I'm going to tell a funny story about you first.
Oh.
When you go into the thing, and you go to the left of it is the first aisle of like fall. And it's just the side aisle. It's not like you didn't go down the middle, so there's not stuff on both sides. So I looked at that one, and I went down the second one, and I said, Nicole, come look at these, because I saw something right away that like looked like it would go. Oh my gosh! She comes around the corner. She has like 7 things in her hand. She can't even hold on to them.
Guess
and
what?
I said,
Mom made me put them back.
I did. I said,
and I went and back and got them.
Not all of them.
Yes, I did. I got all those things.
Oh,
see,
my
it's
gosh.
love at first sight. When you know, you know.
I said, Nicole, we have to go down all the aisles and then look and see what you want first.
See, I never did that before. I
And
never
then
looked down all the aisles.
No, but
that's what
you
my
did
friend
go-
Jessica used to do, and it used to drive me nuts. I'm like, just pick what you want.
Yeah, but then we'll have too many. But you actually did go through the stuff again, because you put some back before you paid at every
I was
store. I
trying
made
to-
her like go through, and I said, imagine where you're going to put it.
I tried being more mindful than usual, for sure.
But it was like she's like a kid in a candy store. I literally started laughing because I couldn't even
I said,
see her.
Mom, bring me the cart.
I couldn't even see her face. All I seen was like
Okay, so
all these pumpkins stacked on top of.
they're so pretty. And you know what? Now that I think about it, you made me put back that one pumpkin. And when I went to go pay, I picked it back up before I went and paid. And 2 of the workers said, oh my God, if I would have saw that, I would have bought that. It's the only one. I'm lucky someone else didn't snatch it up. I would have been following them around in their cars. Hey, I had that in my cart. I want it back.
And actually, the funny thing is, the one piece of thing was kind of expensive. It was
Yes,
like
it was $50. It was
$60.
$50, and that's a lot for something at Home Goods.
But it was like, it used to be real flowers, and it was dried, and it was, but
It's pretty.
and a little bit of it, like it was already broken in like 4 spots, like in the flower part. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's really pretty, but there was only that one of that exact one, and I said, and I don't know. So she thought about it, put it back, grabbed it, put it back. So anyways, today we went to go decorate, or she did, and I'm watching, and I said, that one thing will look really good right here, because I swore we bought it. She swore we bought it, and we must have when we were setting it and like eyeing it up by the
because I went through my cart, pulled everything out one by one,
and that was like I told her to keep
Fragile.
that separate. It was fragile, so I said like set that there. We walked away without it, so she didn't have it today. And
my bill still was $400 at Home Goods.
But
Thank God I put it back.
But it would have looked good. But we're not missing it, are we?
No, but it would have looked good. Yeah, no, it's fine. And it was just like, I like to get stuff at Home Goods for like 30 or under. Do you know what I mean? Because it's so what my brother's girlfriend Ashley I think told me at one time, which I'd have to confirm with her, is that everything at like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, and Home Goods, like there's something defective of it. Did you know that? Is that true?
I've heard that too. I didn't know.
So
I heard
ever
it from
since
her.
she's told me that, I've noticed imperfections in almost everything. And before that, I didn't notice it because like there was this other sign I wanted that was $30, but it had a crack down the middle. I'm just like, I don't know if I can look past that crack.
No, that crack was pretty obvious. And I pointed it too. I said, oh, that one's really cute. And then, oh, there's a crack. I don't think everything. Some things I think don't have a defect. It's like things that maybe didn't sell or didn't sell like last year and they're just trying to get rid of it.
But it's still the cutest stuff that I don't see.
Because they'll have like 10 of something and all 10 of them can't have a defect. But
I just
the things that there's one of is where I notice there's defects mostly.
Yeah.
Because think of it, there's only one of them signed, one of the things.
That white gold pumpkin, though, I don't see a defect on it. It looks pretty dang nice to me. I'm going to go home and look. But yeah, so I think they just have the cutest stuff. So if you want like little things for yourselves, that's where I go for that. Then, okay, so we spent like a good hour and a half in there, I'd say. And then we went to Hobby Lobby.
Yes.
I was hungry and wanted to go to eat. Mom said, we got to knock out one more store. I said, oh God, let's go to Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, I was noon at that time by the time we were like out of there. And she's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, I am too. I think Arrow was too, but let's do one more long store or else we might not feel like doing it. And I thought I could get her moving faster because she's hungry if we like go in Hobby Lobby. And I just let her shop. I take Arrow in my cart.
My mom used to be the shopper though. It's just
but now I don't have no room.
Yeah, I know. So
I
now,
spent under $100 all day.
Yeah, you did. You did really good. But okay, so in Hobby Lobby, what did you see, Mom?
What do you mean?
Tell tell the people what's in Hobby Lobby if they wanted to go decor shopping.
You went up and down every aisle.
So right now it's 50% off of all the seasonal things. So everything I bought was 50% off. There was one thing in my cart that wasn't, and I put it back. And Mom said she had 2 things that weren't, and she put it back too. Because
I put one thing back and I kept one.
Because every other week they changes what's on sale. So if you wait another week,
always everything in that store goes 50%.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of things 50% off because Nicole's getting into the jewelry making business.
I'm trying.
So anyway, you should see, we're podcasting actually at my house, and because the podcast equipment isn't set up right now because she's got our little podcast table set up with the jewelry making.
I think it's just going to relieve some anxiety. I think it's going to be
just
fun.
Like a hobby and fun. Yeah. She's so excited. I picked a bracelet up today. I'm like, did you buy this one or make it? And she said, made it. And I'm like, oh, it's really good. She must have did that last night because
I did it in 3 minutes. I
was going to say because she just set up everything, but so she was going down, and then we're 50% off too, right?
Yeah,
all
the beads, the mirrors, the bathroom stuff was half off too, right? Mm-hmm. Mom got
only if it was wall hanging, but if it was sitting.
Oh, so the shelf wasn't?
That hangs on the wall. Oh. It's got 2 hooks. So anything wall hanging, because the thing I bought myself was a sitting decoration, not a wall. So
you paid full price?
I didn't get that one.
They have a coupon. Did you buy something full price?
No, candle lighters. That's it.
She's over here acting like she paid full price for something big, mother.
No, I said that's what I put back is the decoration that's not the wall. It's a sitting. But I was actually going to hang it because you can hang it too. But it was.
And you didn't get to get it.
I'll get it a different time. I could have got it. I can afford it if I wanted it, but I'd rather wait till and buy it on sale.
Well, 50% off is a big cut. So there, if you want to get, that's for garland. Tons of fake pumpkins that look real, but they're $200 for the big ones, but they'd be $100 if you got them half off.
She didn't get it.
I did not think that was worth it. I got 2 really cute scarecrows for half off. Those were cute, a guy and a girl. It's really the prettiest garland there, and wreaths, and what else did I get there, Mom? I got a lot of stuff. Oh, I got a lot, which way too much. I wish I wouldn't have got so much, was the stuff you put in vases. Like what do you call that?
Yeah, and I wasn't over there when you were doing all that shopping.
I didn't know that. Yeah, some of them are no, did not need. So, but I had a lot because I felt like that could transform a room the most. Then knickknacks is big, I don't know what they're called, fake floral arrangements that look pretty and real though, not like.
And you would not believe both of those stores were fully stocked with Christmas stuff already.
Yes.
And it is only, September 20th? Yeah. And it was fully stocked with Christmas stuff already. I could not believe it. I was like, wow.
Yeah, then it was weird. I didn't like that.
And we're going to have Thanksgiving at Nicole's house this year. So she wanted to make sure that it's all decorated.
We already decorated how many rooms today?
Well, 3
spots. And it looks really nice.
Yeah, we did. Got 3 done.
And now we just got to do the front porch. Oh, okay. So then after, I'll let you talk about Panera, Mom. Then we went to Panera for lunch, which Mom had a $50 gift card. And we've been waiting years to use it because we like Panera, but our men would never choose Panera.
Yeah, I've had that sitting in my wallet. So it was so funny. I didn't even say anything to her. And she just knew. It's been forever. And I haven't even talked about it in a long time. And she's like, we're going to Panera for lunch. You bring your gift card? I said, yep, I got my gift card. I said, but I don't want to. And it was only just me and her and Arrow. And I said, I do not want to take anything home. So we're going to get whatever we want.
You didn't even tell me that. We just went all out.
I knew that I was not going to take it home. So
okay, so tell them.
It ended up costing
No, but tell. So we're sitting there ordering. And Mom just orders, Mom just orders the pick 2, which is, she got tomato soup and grilled cheese.
Yeah, that's what I
did the pick 2. I did the Asian salad, and I did, what did I do? Salad. Oh, and then the turkey chili, which I don't recommend. And then, okay, so we got that. Then Arrow got a kid's meal, right? And then Mom said, okay, add on one of those pumpkin cookies.
Oh, I said, no, add another grilled cheese because I didn't know. Their grilled cheese, he goes, with the soup and the pick 2, he said, well, that's only half a sandwich. I said, oh, because I was thinking, well, Arrow's going to want to eat some of the grilled cheese too.
Yeah.
So, and I have not eaten there in years, so I did not know. And then I said, well, just put a separate grilled cheese on there.
Right.
Oh my God, their grilled cheese is huge. Their half a grilled cheese is way bigger than a whole grilled cheese I make at home. So I ended up bringing home that whole grilled cheese and the chips and stuff that came with that meal.
So then we got Arrow mac and cheese, and it came with a yogurt. And then Mom said, all right, those pumpkin cookies are cute. Can you add on one of the pumpkin cookies? And I got a mango smoothie, and you got an iced tea.
Yeah. So then it was like $42. And I said to Nicole, add on some cookies or something, because after we added the one pumpkin cookie, I said, add some cookies.
No, not yet. First, then we went and sat down. Then we ate, and then you sent me back up.
No, I'm talking before I sent you back up. I was hoping, I didn't know how much the pumpkin cookie and stuff was, so I was just like, because it didn't have a price on that one. I saw this other cookie that said everything but the kitchen sink. I knew that one cookie was $5, but I was like, well, that'll maybe go up to $50, but we still had like $7 left. So after we ate and everything, I asked Nicole, I'm like, well, here's the card. Go get a couple more cookies.
Isn't that crazy that cost us for us to eat was $42?
Just us and a baby.
Like, what the heck?
At a soup and sandwich thing. But anyway, so then we seemed like we had a lot of food on the table, though. I mean, they don't skimp with their...
But we ate everything except for the extra grilled cheese.
Yeah, we did. And anyway, so then I said, I need a box. Like, can you go get me a box to take that grilled cheese home in a bag? And I said, here's the card. Go up and get a cookie or a couple cookies, to use the rest of it up, because I don't want to take just that card home, because I won't come back and use it. It's taken 2 years to use it now. So then I handed her a $5 bill. I said, here. She goes, I don't need that. I'm just going to use the card. I said, well, I don't know how much the cookies are, so you might go over. So then you went up, and what happened?
Okay, so I thought the pumpkin cookies were 99 cents. Boy, was I naive. I didn't see the price. I said, can I get 2 pumpkin cookies? And then I'll take that big cookie that was apparently called everything but the kitchen sink. That was $5.
And she didn't know the price of that either.
And I didn't know. All of a sudden, she's like 12 something, and I gave her the $7 card, and then... the $5, and then it was like $4.68, and I'm like, thank God my mom set me up with this $5 bill. I would have been so embarrassed. Like, oh wait, let me go get money. I thought I could get 3 of these cookies for $7.
And she just comes smiling.
I'm like, Mom, we spent more than the gift card. We spent $55.
And I told her, which she did not believe me this, but I told her on the receipt, which I think is funny, is okay. When we got there, a woman came up, a worker there, and said, "Can he have a Go-Gurt?" Like, and it was an
organic yogurt. Yeah, but it was in one of the long Go-Gurt type thing.
So, anyways, Nicole said, "Yeah, sure." So, anyways, when I looked at the receipt, because she was laughing still that we spent that much money, I said, "They charged you for that Go-Gurt 99 cents." And she said, "No, they didn't. That's for the pumpkin cookie." I'm like, "No, that was for."
I'm like, "No, the lady's not. The worker isn't just going to come up and say." I mean, she acted like it was like free. Like, "Hey, does he want one of these?" Like, not like, "Oh, charged on the register."
But then the funniest thing is, he got the kids meal, the mac and cheese kids meal that comes with a Go-Gurt, or whatever, the organic yogurt stick. And she brought another one out and like put it with, it was like there, but it was so funny because the one she asked him for first, they charged 99 cents when she asked her if she wanted, and she wouldn't have had to give us one with the meal, so we couldn't take that with us. So obviously we had to try to force him, which he did eat it. But he had to eat 2.
So that's where the 90... I was like, no, Mom, they're not going to charge you. That's like
cookie
weird.
Was 99 cents.
I was like, the cookie was 99 cents.
I'm like, no, it says right on here, yogurt. And I was like laughing because I thought that was so funny because I've never seen that's like, you go through the bank, would you like a
No, it's like it's like at McDonald's and they come up to your kid and they're like, do you want fries? Like say they made extra fries and you're like, yeah. And then they're like, charge.
That was so funny. But we had fun in there and we were laughing. And the funniest thing is, and Arrow ate everything. Mm-hmm. And but we didn't realize when we sat down, we sat at a table that was like
underneath. Filthy.
And we didn't even notice because we put the high chair there.
And I saw the worker walking by, like looking at us like we were such pigs. And I was like, he was looking under the table and I'm like, what's he looking at? My feet or what? And then when I get up, somebody smushed stuff underneath there.
Oh, tons of food. And I was like laughing and she's like, oh my gosh, this is going to look like it was us because, and it was not. Arrow, like, literally, he had a bib on and he ate every bit of his mac and cheese and the yogurt. We fed him with a spoon. And then we tried to give him a bite of the pumpkin cookie and he actually said yuck. Like, he didn't want it. He shook his head. But me and Nicole ate it and it was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good. I would not say that cookie's worth $5, the everything but the kitchen sink one. I tried a little bit yesterday. Did not. No, not $5. I just can't believe someone's selling a cookie for $5.
But anyways, we were laughing so hard when we stood up because of how filthy that table was underneath. And like, we didn't even know. It was a booth, so we didn't even pay attention. We just grabbed the high chair, put him in, and like slid into the booth.
I'd go to Panera all the time if I could, though. It was so good. Like, My smoothie was freaking amazing. I would love to have a Panera near me. Oh my goodness.
And I ate actually half that grilled cheese for dinner the same night, and I made tomato soup here because it was so good there.
Geez, Mom.
So I dipped my half a grilled cheese, and then just tonight before we were podcasting, that's what I had again. I made some potato soup, and I ate the other half of the grilled cheese. It was really, really good.
Yeah, if you're in doubt on where to go, Panera. It tastes awesome. Loved it.
And then from there, we went mom and pumpkin shopping, right?
Yeah.
Well, we were supposed to go
I wanted to go to Target, and I wanted to go to, was there another place? Sam's. I knew after we eat, we're donezo.
Yeah, we planned on going to, well, you said you didn't have
we
to.
drove an hour and a half, and we have an hour and a half drive to Saginaw, by the way, so... But it was a good day. Arrow was tired. Yeah, we didn't want to have to get him out again. Target can wait. It's always overcrowded. And I got all the decor that I really needed anyways. And if I would have went into Sam's,
I would have spent a bunch of money that I don't need. And right now, my cupboards are so full. I think we've talked about that on the podcast before. Yeah, I can't eat.
I just cleaned out my cupboards. I'm trying to do the whole
even with them cleaned out thing. Even with them cleaned out, there's no room to put nothing else. Yeah, they're pretty full still.
You buy so much junk.
She don't let me buy. I'm at her house like as much as I'm at, probably more awake hours. For sure, I'm at her house more awake hours than I'm at mine.
She eats like a child. She eats like she's Arrow.
And so
mac and cheese,
so I have to buy stuff and I bring it and put it in her cupboards. And she's like, "You can't put your stuff in my cupboards." I said, "Yes, I can." She's like, "No, you're going to eat healthy."
Yeah,
and she makes me stuff or whatever. But I said sometimes I need some stuff that's not that healthy, so I'll bring some
stuff. I try not to put it in my house, but then I regret when I need to make something fast and it's not there. So it is nice to have both of the spectrum there.
So I stick a few of my groceries here and there and hide them in the cupboards.
Then we went and okay, so I got Mom's, and they're really nice. It was a place called Buds to Blooms. Buds to Blooms or something by Essexville. 3 big mums for $27.
Huge mums, 3 for $27.
Such a great deal. So if you're looking for mums, I think I'm going to get 3 more on my way back from the wedding. And then I stopped at this one place to get pumpkins, and you know the pumpkins that are like stackable? They're all different colors, green, white, orange. They're kind of like smushed, like the decorative.
Like the flatter kind, but they're real pumpkins.
So I stopped at the side on the road. First, just like kind of on the side of the road, which is kind of scary because there was like traffic coming. And I stopped and I got 3. She gave me 3 for $12. And I was like, okay, not bad. And then I was like, Mom, I'm going to keep going.
They were little, though.
They were little. I'm like, Mom, I'm going to keep going. I just didn't want to spend like all that money. I know that there's somewhere that I can.
And it's going to be warm yet, so we're afraid of them rotting or getting them this early.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm going to wait. And some of our big ones were $10. So I'm like, man, that's a good business to go into if you need to go into a business. And then, so I kept driving. And then I said, Mom, look at this place. It's over by, I don't even know if I want to tell you guys my secret. But there's this place, this house that's
close to Unionville.
And they had pumpkins, the large normal pumpkins for $5, and then the stackable pumpkins / small pumpkins were $2.
And they were really pretty colors, and they were really nice. And
so I saw
them at Walmart today because we had to take Arrow to the doctor appointment. And when I saw them at Walmart today, how much were they today?
Like $8,
and they were not even near as cute as the one. So she did really, really good getting.
Yeah, I was like, did I read the sign wrong? And I took a picture of it because I was like, I'm going to put it on my story and get them some business. I don't think they need any help, but I was like, no, I read it again. Like, it's small. There's only 2 prices, 2 and 5, and small / stackable is 2, and those are stackable. So it was just like such a good deal. But I thought, of course, people are going to want to get rid of them. I don't know how people are going to get rid of them for $5 a pop this early in the season because it's so hot here in Michigan still. So they're pretty smart because, I bought 10.
And she said, we got to go by there on the way back from the wedding. She said, if they're still out there, I'm buying some more on the way home. Yeah. I might buy at least 1 stack too because they're really good. And I didn't want to get them that day because I was afraid about putting too much stuff in the back of the truck.
Oh, we forgot to tell them about the tailgate falling off. Oh my gosh. So a while back, what?
You smashed the truck.
Yes,
right?
I smashed the truck. And like, okay, it's not fixed yet. And I, for some reason, thought it was fixed because it feels like it's been forever, but it's hard to get in to get it fixed. And I went to pull down the tailgate at Hobby Lobby, and the whole dang thing came right off.
Yeah, like she just hollers, and I didn't even know that the tailgate was broke. Like, I don't know what was wrong with the truck when it got like hit or whatever. I had no idea what was wrong. She unhooks it, but it's still it's hooked. Okay, you take it, the whole tailgate fell off, but yet it's hanging by two little wires on both sides.
Yeah.
So then it doesn't come all the way off, but it comes almost to the ground.
Must be a safety feature.
And then it's so scary because I'm like, oh my gosh, we're never, ever, ever. This is right before
it's
Panera
so heavy. Bread. It's so heavy.
And then Arrow was fussing, and she had all that money she just spent. So she's trying to unload that stuff, fit it into the truck where it's got me and Arrow in the back seat in his car seat, and it's already full from Home Goods. Her front seat's already full from Home Goods. So the plan was to put all that stuff in the back.
I got two scarecrows bigger than me.
So that she's going to put this roll thing out. And I was like, oh my gosh. I said, because all we had to do was lift the stuff. If she wouldn't open the tailgate, was lift the stuff up. Oh my goodness. So then she tried, could not get it at all. And then she kept trying to put this on, and it was so dirty. It was grease. We just were filled with grease. But then I said, well, let me try to balance or do it. So I figured out what we were doing wrong, and like the one side had to go in first. My mom is
really strong. Like, you wouldn't know looking at her, but she's strong.
Well, I knew the one side had to go in first and hook the other side on, but still I couldn't. I needed a second person to balance it, like so that I could hook the one side in. And Arrow was crying at that point, like not knowing what's going on, because I kept yelping because it literally, I had the tailgate up in the right spot. And do I have a huge bruise, Nicole?
Huge bruise. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad.
But it kept falling on my leg, so I was using my leg to try to balance the tailgate, and she couldn't help me because she had to hold Arrow at that point. So there was a guy and his girlfriend and their baby, and she asked
a dog.
That was a dog?
Yes.
Oh, she was carrying her dog?
She had a dog.
What did she
No,
have
she was on a leash.
She had a kid too.
No, she did not. Arrow was laughing at the dog. She had a big, good dog.
She really did have a kid.
No, she did not have a kid. She did not have a kid.
The dog can't talk. She had a kid because the kid could talk already. And she said, hang on. Dad's just helping them people.
She was talking to the dog.
She was talking to the dog?
Yes, she told
Oh my gosh.
She told the dog that.
This is so funny because I literally thought she had a child with her. But like I said, my hands were pretty full holding a tailgate, so I guess she probably paid more attention. That is hilarious.
Because I was like, should I let Arrow go see the dog? I was like, I don't want them to think I'm distracting them and about to mug them or something. I don't know.
Broad daylight. We looked helpless.
I know, but the thing is that's the thing nowadays is you go to help someone, and that's when you're just being a nice person, and then somebody does something to you. I'm like, this person, he was a little weary for sure. We had a baby, my mom and me, and our tailgate just randomly falls off.
And I'm holding it up with my leg. So anyways, I explained to him, I said, can you just hold it in that position so I can hook it on or whatever, push it in. I just need to hook. So I pushed it in on the side and gave him the side with the hook, and then he's like, I can't get it because, and I could see that the wire was not in the right spot. And then Nicole's like, the wire won't move. So anyways, we just said thank you to him after, and he walked away. But then she's like, Mom, I'm like, oh my gosh. So I just took that wire.
She got it.
And I got the wire in and then hooked it and shut it and said, don't touch it again. Oh my gosh. But I'm going to say that was a 30-minute fiasco.
Oh yeah.
And I was so covered in grease, my entire hands and my legs. And
she kept it cool.
So wet. Nicole got me a couple wet wipes out of the diaper bag, and I wiped it off. And then I went in Panera and got cleaned up or whatever. So I think I was a little pooped out. That's why I decided no more stores for me.
Yeah, I don't blame you. You did really good doing that. I thought, I was like, just throw it in the bag.
I was like, for one thing, you can't even throw it in the back. And where were we going to put all of our stuff we had to take home? Still had to get pumpkins and mums.
Oh,
I'm like, Nicole, we have to get this tailgate back on no matter what. We cannot leave with the tailgate. I was just worried about if we didn't have it right, losing it and hanging off the back when we're driving. Oh, goodness. But anyways, enough about our crazy day. What else we got to talk about?
That's
Nicole?
it, Mom. We hit the whole, I made the list today. We hit the whole list. I think we did good. We're almost at 30 minutes. Is there anything else you want to add? I think it's interesting, though, when we talk about our days together. That was a fun day, though. Except for it's never fun riding home with all that stuff. I can't see out the windows.
We did really good, though. We made a plan. Because Sunday she went to New York, or you went to New York in one day. You didn't even talk about that.
Oh yeah, we went to New York for a wedding, and Vic got home Friday night. We left early Saturday morning,
like 6 a.m, right?
6 a.m. Went to New York, and the same day we had a wedding. It was a long day, but it was a beautiful wedding. And then we came back early the next morning. So,
yeah, because then it was Dave's birthday that day.
Yep.
So we all went out to dinner and had a great dinner and ice cream cake.
Great food at what's it called?
Anybody local Biagio's. Go there, you get the best food for your money.
In Kingston.
You get the best food for your money. I even they have like a bakery there. I don't know if they sell baked goods, but homemade bread. I bought 3 big loaves and it's just as good as mine. So
Mom's is a little better, but it's really good.
And but what was I going to say? Oh, so anyway, Sunday, it was Saturday. We had to watch the dogs too. So Saturday night, me and Dave went over to my son's house when they were gone, and he barbecued for us, and we visited for a few hours. So that night when we had to let the dogs out, we just stayed the night at Nicole's with the dogs that night. And so Dave, early the next morning, I got up and I cleaned her house. So
yes, my mom is seriously the best. I do not deserve
I cleaned her house. So then our plan on the way home from shopping, I said, we're going to take everything that we just bought.
Had she not cleaned my house that day, I wouldn't have been able to go shopping.
But then we did
awesome.
It's still 2 days later and it's still just as clean.
I'm trying really hard because I love how clean it is.
So we put everything nicely into the office.
She even mopped the floors.
And we
did each part like at one at a time, making sure to keep the kitchen clean. I swept the floor a couple times today because some stuff got on it. Like just trying really hard because maintenance is really important because it can get messy so fast. And tomorrow, Victor
especially with Nicole's work, it does get messy.
Yeah, because it's like setting up stuff, tearing down stuff.
And Arrow is at the stage, and we looked it up, and it's normal. He hides everything, so you cannot. You go when I was cleaning, I was like chuckling and laughing. Like even at my house, was so funny because he's not here half as much.
Did you tell him this?
Yeah,
or
and
not?
he go in my oven mitt, and he has a ball hidden. I found one in Nicole's disc for her camera things, or a disc
SD card,
like hidden underneath a lamp. And then he got new shoes yesterday.
Today he took it, but today he had his shoes already since he's been home. He put one in his toy box in there and put the other one on the windowsill.
Yeah, that's literally, he hides his shoes like in 2 different spots. He
hid my blush, but my mom found it. I only have one blush. I'm like, I can't find it. I didn't even take it to New York with me. So then you just pinch your cheeks and slap them to get them pink.
And he looks to see if you're looking, like, and you have to kind of look away because he wants to hide things. So I kind of keep an eye on him especially if he has something like a mine, because he's hidden our phones. He'll just take whatever and he just picks it up and he just casually watches to see if you're looking. And then he finds like any kind of slide, especially the couches. Like he slides stuff in the couch cushions. When I moved your furniture this last week and rearranged your living room. And you would not believe how many toys I found hidden in that couch.
So what else Mom did too while Vic was gone? So she helped me a lot, just like being there, watching Arrow, and then we reorganized the house a little bit. But she did, so Lovesac, I got a reversible couch and it was white. And so she turned the whole thing inside out. So now it's like this, like cream color, would you say?
Yeah, creamy beige.
Creamy beige. And I actually like sitting on it a lot better because it's less slippery. And it looks really good for fall. So she also did that, which is like really hard. I remember when Victor did that, he complained about his hands. I'm not joking, for a week. My mom didn't complain like 5 minutes after it was done. Women are just so strong.
But Nicole did help me too with some of it. Like I got started on it and it was so many pieces. I did not realize like each thing had 3 different things you had to reverse and everything had to be the same way and you had to Velcro it in and like whatever. So, but we did it pretty quickly. It wasn't bad. I mean, you used a little bit of muscle, but no, I was totally fine.
I love that I can change my couch from 2 different colors. That's so awesome. Like that is such a good invention.
I really like it too.
You get sick of something and you just flip it.
Instead of, and not even that, in 2 years,
you can get new covers.
You just buy a new cover. You get a different reversible one, then you'd have it. Or 4 years, and you'd have 2 more colors, to choose from.
I love that. And, but one thing Mom did, I said, Mom, make sure you feed the cat, make sure you feed the cat and take care care of the dogs. So then she calls me. I left Saturday morning.
Well, actually, you called me.
Oh, I called you.
And then, I was like, oh, I was just thinking about calling you.
And she goes, where's the cat food? This was Sunday. So the cat didn't eat it all Saturday. She goes, where's the cat food? I've been looking for 30 minutes. I dumped what'd you do? She thought that I have this big like thing of treats, the Temptation treats, and it's pretty big. I bought like the biggest one so it could look like food. She's like, I dumped a bunch of those in there, and then after he ate about 20, I realized those are treats and not food.
Well, the way the cat was going crazy at him, I'm like, that does not look like food. And I was like trying to stop the cat after it only ate like 10, but it was just going crazy. So I lifting the dish up and it's knocking it. That's a crazy cat.
No, it's not.
It's big.
It is. It's 13 pounds. I think it is. What is that? What it was? I'm
Twix
trying to
is
get
13 pounds and likes to just get.
He's like, cuddly as all heck.
So he's like sitting on my arms while I'm trying to pick up this cat food. I'm trying to clean it all up, and I was stressing. I gave it water, and I was like, "Okay, Twix, you're not gonna get no food till they get home." So then
I go down there yesterday to feed the cat, and I said to her on the phone specifically, you guys, I said, because the vet wants him to lose 2 pounds. I said, I have a 1/3 cup measuring cup in his food. I said, just give him the measuring cup, and that's it. So I go down there yesterday. There's still food in the dish, which he never leaves food in the dish unless you way overfill it. I go, Mom, how much food did you give Twix? She goes, why? I said, because there's still food in there the next day, which means you gave him a lot. She goes, yeah, I gave him a lot because I felt bad because I gave him all those treats and I'm trying to like counter the treats.
Well, not even I didn't give up. Like for one thing, I couldn't find the 3rd cup and it was in the bag. So I started so I was casually going to just dump and I didn't know how big the cup was. She just said, use the cup. So I was thinking it was 1 cup. Anyway, so I was casually going to dump 1 cup in there. And like I said, the cat's crazy. The cat jumped on the bag, knocked the bag over. I had to take a whole bunch out, put it back in the bag. And
the cat is not crazy, Mom. I'm never going to get rid of the cat if this is how you're talking about him.
He's
just so lovey.
Very playful.
Yeah.
Extremely, extremely playful.
Well, he didn't get any attention.
And it was hungry. That's, so it was helping me get I love that cat, actually. I remember if cats didn't shed, I wouldn't mind having that cat. But cats, the shedding bothers me a little bit. But it was funny. I was like, oh my gosh, this cat at least I know it likes me because it was all over me. So I do think that he gained a pound when I was gone. Actually, he looked a lot bigger. The cat was big before. The vet wants him down to 11 pounds, so I'm trying. Just because I don't know, he's big. He wasn't that big before. You go to pick him up, he's, compared to the dogs, Twix is hefty. Yeah, the dogs don't even mess with Twix. They just know. Yeah, you actually can, which I think it's kind of nice. We can take the pups down the basement, and they can all just be in the same room, and there isn't no barking going on. They're not even chasing. Or if Twix sneaks upstairs, Nicole likes them to sneak upstairs sometimes, so she casually leaves the door open so that Twix sneaks upstairs. Victor does not know that though, so don't say anything. Good thing he don't listen to our podcast. No. But the Twix will sneak upstairs for a little bit and walk around, and Arrow gets all excited, and then an hour later, Nicole says, "Okay, Twix, let's go back downstairs," and downstairs Twix goes. But the dogs just don't say anything. They just go mind their own business, and it's really nice. I mean, in fact, if he probably didn't shed, you probably wouldn't mind just having him walk the whole house. I would absolutely let him. It is I'm just didn't grow up with. I wonder if there's something out you can do. I almost asked the vet. But I don't think there is. If it's just a season, if they shed all the time. All the time. He goes, he's a pretty big cat. Because I told him, he sheds a lot. And he's like, yeah, he's a big cat. I've never really had, when you were little, we had cats for a little bit, but I don't remember that part. I don't know if that's not the kind. When they're kittens, they don't shed. That's kind of what I remember. Because that's why I was just wondering, because I just never realized, But some cat, Grandma's cats, I don't really think they shed much. Unless she just cleans that much, we don't notice. They're just so little, though. I think, depending on the surface area of the cat is depending how much they can shed. You know what I mean? Yeah, because say a 5-foot person sheds versus a 7-foot person. That's 2 extra feet. But even if I just pet Twix just one time across her back, I see so much hair fly. All you do is brush every day. Yeah, so if you guys have any tips for that, I do brush, and that helps tremendously. And then I will take a lint roller to the cat, but I don't know if that's allowed. But he doesn't mind it. It's kind of like a massage. No, it's just like a roll. But yeah, you see all the hair you can get with a lint roller on. You have to pretty much chase that cat with a lint roller. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that's it, I think, for today. Yes. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.